Cowichan Court ruling in the British Columbia Supreme Court is causing real damage in Richmond. Banks are pulling back, buyers are walking away, investment is on hold, and families and businesses are being left in limbo. On October 23rd, Richmond Council urgently asked the Attorney General to protect private property rights. This Liberal government didn't even bother to respond. And a few days ago, the Richmond Council passed another motion demanding immediate federal action to mitigate the harm to affected residents. Why is the government abandoning the people whose homes and livelihoods are now at risk?
Canada disagrees with the BC Supreme Court's ruling and appealed it on September 8th. We're reviewing potential legal arguments and all options are on the table. Further legal clarity is required to address the decision, particularly relating to private property rights. We will continue to work collaboratively with all parties to uphold the principles of reconciliation, transparency, and legal responsibility.
Speaker, families, farmers, and businesses, people who bought and own property in my community of Richmond are now fearful their titles may no longer be secure because of the Cowichan ruling. Property ownership is one of the core institutions upon which this country is built. This Liberal government's failure to properly fight for and communicate with folks in BC has created an environment of fear and dread that they may soon lose their rights over their own property. What will the minister do to ensure that countless BC residents will not lose their rights as property owners?
Our government disagrees with the BC Supreme Court's decision and appealed the decision alongside the Government of British Columbia, the City of Richmond, Musqueam, Tsawwassen, as well as the Cowichan. We absolutely understand the concerns of residents, which is why we've taken this step. We're reviewing potential legal arguments, and all options are on the table. As this case is before the courts, I will not comment any further.
This appeal will drag out for years. The Cowichan Tribes versus Canada court decision continues to put private property rights at risk. Uncertainty is now escalating into anger and unrest. Landowners are unable to get mortgages, businesses are building facilities in the U.S. instead of BC, and neighbours are turning on each other with verbal threats. Will the Prime Minister finally show some leadership and confirm this appeal will always protect private land title and acknowledge that this is an existential threat to the institution of private property ownership across Canada?
As I've mentioned multiple times in question period today, as well as past question periods, our government disagrees with the BC Supreme Court decision and we are appealing it. We are reviewing all options, and as this case is before the courts, I will not comment any further.